Hey, what is up, fight fans? Dana White just made one of the biggest moves in UFC history, and fans are split. Today, we are breaking down what this deal really means, why it is dividing the fan base, and sharing some of the wildest reactions from the MMA community. Plus, Dricus du Plessis reacted to being the underdog in his upcoming fight with Khamzat Chimaev at UFC 319. And speaking of Khamzat, Fight Week, it's here. He is in Chicago. Ilia Topuria is in town too, and there is talk he'll be around during the weight cut. Awkward? Well, maybe, because Khamzat is also friends with Arman Tsarukyan, and Arman and Ilia aren't exactly on good terms.
Good boy, good boy. Better than Ilia.
But without any further ado, let's get started. So, the UFC is about to enter a brand new era, and it is a big change. The promotion's longtime partnership with ESPN is coming to an end. Starting in 2026, Dana White and his team will take the UFC's US broadcasting rights to a new home, Paramount Plus, in a huge deal that is worth $7.7 billion over 7 years. That means the UFC will be making around $1.1 billion a year, and select major fights will also air on CBS. Now, this is something that Dana White has been chasing for a while. He was aiming for $1.5 billion a year in the next media rights deal, and he even looked at platforms like Netflix. But in the end, Paramount made the move, and now all UFC content will be available on their streaming service. And on top of that, the UFC will drop the traditional pay-per-view model in the US, just like WWE did, and make everything available through Paramount Plus. Now, Dana White posted on social media that this deal is historic for both fans and fighters. According to him, it will be the first time that US fans can watch all UFC events without paying for individual pay-per-views, making the sport more affordable and accessible. He also said the exposure from CBS and Paramount will be huge for the athletes and will put UFC alongside the biggest sports in the world. While some fans are happy about this change, many are not, and they're not holding back in the comments. Sheesh, what a terrible move, wrote one fan. Another fan said, why can't UFC do its own thing? Then if another platform wants to license it, do that. I don't follow UFC because I don't want to support Disney. Now I have to decide if I want to give Paramount my money instead of just giving it to the UFC. ICG Energy wrote, that sucks. I love the UFC, but I refuse to send my money to shitty-ass Paramount. Too bad, have a good one, I won't be buying. Straight up, fuck Paramount. Marty Guan wrote, Dana, congratulations. This is the death of the UFC. I'm aware you don't give a fuck anymore because you've made your money. But not everyone was negative. Some fans defended the move. People are mad that pay-per-view events just got more affordable. You guys are pathetic. Another fan said, all the haters are dumb. I don't watch that many UFC fights because pay-per-view is ridiculous in this economy. I will, however, subscribe to Paramount Plus now. It's $12, people, and you get Showtime as well. So yeah, this is a win for fight fans. Manish added, win-win deal for the UFC. It was practically impossible to catch all the illegal streamers. This move will keep the revenue coming in without being tense about those streams. For some fans, this is a huge relief. No more expensive pay-per-views to watch their favorite fighters. For others, it's a bad move that changes the sport too much. But what do you think? Let us know down in the comments. Is it a win for the fans or a step in the wrong direction?
What can you tell us about how much the UFC will be on CBS, linear TV, with the country watching?
Yeah, it's looking like we're going to do 4 big events a year. And, we're talking about doing a fight at the White House next year on the 4th of July, the 250th anniversary of America. So imagine a massive fight on the lawn of the White House on CBS.
Dricus du Plessis is not paying attention to the betting odds for his UFC 319 fight against Khamzat Chimaev. He says being the underdog doesn't bother him. The only thing that matters is getting the win.
The fact that, I'm the underdog, I don't care. That's a gambler's problem. I'm not gambling on this fight. So for me, what it means, the only thing I care about is winning this guy. I don't care if it's Khamzat. I don't care if people think I'm going to win. If people thought if I was a -400 favorite, it wouldn't mean anything to me either. It doesn't change anything to me. Odds don't make fights, fighters do, and the odds have never dictated how I fight. So that's why, saying that I became everything that people thought Khamzat was going to be, that I agree with that. I agree with that. But that's because I'm built different, and I'm going to show that again come the 16th.
Fight week for Khamzat Chimaev has officially begun. The final 7 days before UFC 319 are always the most intense, the toughest weight cut, media obligations, and the last mental preparation before stepping into the cage. Chimaev, who is training in California with Coach Sam just yesterday, is flying into Chicago to kick off his fight week. Now, last week there were rumors that Ilia Topuria might visit Khamzat during this crucial period. Those rumors just got stronger when UFC 319 backup fighter Kyle Barrejo confirmed that he accidentally ran into both Ilia and his brother Alex. Chimaev and Topuria have known each other since their UFC debuts in 2020, having trained together at Sweden's All-Stars Gym. Their hard sparring sessions have been the subject of headlines before. Even if Ilia isn't going to be in Khamzat's corner, it is clear he'll be there for moral support during the weight cut. But here's where things get interesting. Chimaev is friends with both Topuria and Arman Tsarukyan. And right now, relations between Arman and Ilia aren't exactly friendly. If they run into each other, will Topuria confront Arman about calling him a duck? Well, fighters from the Caucasus don't forget comments like that.
Good boy, good boy. Better than Ilia.
Meanwhile, Arman Tsarukyan fired back at Paddy Pimblet after Pimblet said that Arman was irrelevant. Arman responded pretty harshly, telling him that he's a hype job who only fought older opponents handed to him by Dana White, while Arman had to earn everything.
All I kept getting asked this weekend was who are you fighting, when are you fighting Ilia, when are you fighting Ilia. I have no idea. Hopefully it is going to be me versus the Chorizo next, and I think that's what all the Americans want, because every American I bump into keeps saying when are you going to smash that sausage's head in. I'm hoping that gets sorted, but I understand that I am ranked 9 or something, so other people probably are more deserving, but posh boy definitely isn't. Little rich boy Arman, showing how desperate he is, offering him £1 million to fight him. Spoiled rich baby, trying to pay the way out of things. That's why he quit when he was making weight in a bath like a little bitch. Arman's irrelevant, no one cares about him. As I always say, I've got nothing but respect for Justin, but I keep seeing in interviews him saying he doesn't want to fight me. I think the only fighter makes me and Ilia. Seen Dan Hooker talking shit today as well. I used to like Dan Hooker, now you can eat shit.
Now still, this back and forth might not much matter because several reliable sources say that the UFC is actually targeting Ilia Topuria versus Justin Gachi for UFC 323 in December. There have been many rumors. First, Chael Sonnen claimed that Arman versus Ilia was locked in. Now other insiders are saying it is Gachi. So guys, let's look at things more realistically. No whining, no complaining. The UFC is clearly setting up a super fight between Topuria and Makhachev, and right now they're not going to risk it. That is just a fact. Stylistically, Gachi makes sense for the UFC. It is a fight that is marketable, action-packed, and low risk for Ilia. Gachi has admitted he is near the end of his career, and if given a title shot, it would be more for the paycheck than the belt. At 36 years old with multiple KO losses, Gachi is still dangerous but vulnerable. Against Ilia's boxing and overall skill set, he would be at a big disadvantage. Dana White knows that the UFC's biggest potential super fight is Ilia versus Islam Makhachev, possibly at welterweight. That's why it makes sense to protect Ilia until then. One title defense against a fan-favorite brawler like Gachi keeps the hype alive and the risk low. For Gachi, it's simple. Take the fight, cash a big check, and accept the likely outcome. For Ilia, it is a showcase opportunity, a chance to score a highlight reel knockout, defend his belt, and set up the massive Makhachev fight that everyone is waiting for. Now, if reports are correct, we will see this fight headline UFC 323 in Las Vegas. And if it happens, expect fireworks. but don't be surprised if it ends in the first round. Charles Oliveira has made it clear that he is not happy with the current state of the lightweight division, and he didn't hold back when it came to certain fighters, including Dan Hooker.
Quem dos top ia vir lutar comigo no Brasil? Nenhum deles ia vir aqui lutar no Brasil. Sabe o que vai acontecer hoje? Amanhã, quando você soltar esse cortezinho aí, um monte deles vão colocar, eu iria. Só que na realidade, você tá ligado, eu não sou o cara que fica jogando bum bum bum. Só que foi oferecido nomes pra mim e eles nem quiseram. Então hoje, quando tu soltar lá, os caras vão colocar lá, tuitar, bunda mole, eu quis, ele não quis. Só que é mentira, como a vida inteira foi dessa forma. Eles cutucam lá, fala bosta lá do outro lado, quando eu falo, vem, eu tô aqui, eles pegam e correm pro outro lado. Então assim, quem deles ia vir lutar aqui? O Topuria acabou de me vencer, é o número 1 do ranking. Arman tá esperando a disputa pelo título. Dusty Gate falou que só luta se for pelo cinturão. Max Holloway quebrou a mão. Dusty Poirier se aposentou. Qual dos outros viriam?
Posso falar o nome? Aí você me diz.
Pode falar.
Dan Hooker?
Esse aí também só fala, faz muito tempo. Isso aí, essa história aí, você já, essa novela aí, você já sabe, já tem muitos anos atrás. Ele falou e nunca aconteceu. Então, de verdade, é só falação. Essa é a realidade. Falou um monte de besteira, é um cara que fala um monte de besteira na internet, mas quando chama, na realidade não vai. Essa é a real.
O Hooker foi um dos nomes aí que você acha que chegou nele, ele não quis ou não pôde?
Eu não sei.
Tá bom.
But is it too soon for Oliveira to return after that brutal knockout loss to Topuria? It hasn't even been 3 months and he is already looking to get back into the cage. Now, we have seen plenty of examples of how these kinds of risky comebacks can end badly for fighters. Still, Oliveira is a warrior, and for that, he has earned massive respect.
Okay, preparados? 1, 2, 3, ação! Preparados? E 3, 2, 1, ação!
No, man, no, come on, man. Let's go. Come on, man, come on. Okay. Come on, man, come on. Let's go, man, Come on.
Nice cut.
Es más divertido eso, esa imagen que se sentara. Es que nos riamos.
Lo que tener es de...
No.
Como a tirar fora. Aqui.
Relaxa.
No, eso no. No, eso no. Eso no vale.
And that is all for today. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and make sure to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance.